All right, those are the updates that we have been getting to you at this point, and we have been telling you also about the situation on the ground in different parts. We also listened in to what the Foreign Secretary of India, Vikram Misri, said. And the message that's been coming in also about the ground updates that have been coming in about what things are looking like in different parts. Remember, the Foreign Secretary had said that had in fact talked about what the situation is looking like at this point. Let's go across now to our correspondent Dharamjot Kaur, who's been tracking those developments. Dharamjot, what's the latest that you're gathering right now?
Well, Molly, the situation across several districts and border states has calmed down fairly for the moment. Civil administration, again, is ensuring that with respect to any change in the situation, they are consistently issuing any public interest alerts that are required. But in the past hour or so, we have not heard of any sightings, any incidents as of now. So things are fairly calm. However, as a precautionary measure, the old advisory still stands intact in several districts of Rajasthan and Punjab, where district administration and civil authorities have asked people to stay indoors, to not venture out, to not gather in groups, to ensure that they stay away from breakables and windows, and to also ensure that they're adhering to all the do's and don'ts, the entire list that has been published by these district magistrates and their administrations for all areas respectively. So for now, things are calm, Molly. However, everybody is on high alert in the authorities, including the administration, including the armed forces, as the Foreign Secretary also rightly pointed out right now, that the Indian armed forces are on high vigil, and so the close coordination between the defense forces and the civic administration stands tight, and it stands as it is. But citizens have always been advised, and that stands even true for now, advised to stay indoors and to not venture out unless an absolute situation of emergency. Molly?
Right, and like we've been saying, it's important to remind our viewers that there is no need to panic and follow the instructions of the officials and the authorities, and only rely on the official details coming in at this point. Since it is a sensitive time, it's also important to not pay any adherence to and ignore rumors or any kind of unverified details that would be doing the rounds right now. We also got you what the Foreign Secretary of India said just a short while back. As of now, we've been telling you what the situation is looking like in different parts. We have been also talking about what the India-Pakistan ceasefire on test situation is looking like and how it's reflecting on the ground as well. So it's extremely sensitive time, and which is why one must remind our viewers that it's an important time to just stay calm and follow the instructions and not be panicking at this point. Let's get in further details now. Going back across to Dharamjot Kaur. Dharamjot, we were telling our viewers about the blackout being reported in different parts. What further details do we have on that front about what things are looking like in the border areas?
Well, Molly, blackout is still there in some parts. In some parts it's full blackout, and some it's partial blackout. Jalandhar, as we mentioned, is still partially under blackout with only street lights shut off. Amritsar is still under blackout, and they are taking precautionary measures. The situation also holds true for certain parts of Jaisalmer and Barmer. Again, these were areas where a few hours ago there was drone sightings that were reported. So because of that situation, authorities in the districts are ensuring that they remain vigilant and they keep taking precautionary measures. Having said that, a lot of fact checks, a lot of public information, official information is being put out on public platforms, and the administrations and officials are time and again, Molly, even now as we speak, I keep getting alerts. Time and again, they're telling people to please stay calm, to only wait for official information and official updates that are coming in from the district magistrate's office or from the police themselves. Having said that, the situation is calm, but everybody is on alert at the moment, Molly. PIB is ensuring that fact checks are put in place every few hours. We've been tracking this on WION for the past few days. The Press Information Bureau has ensured that on their website and social media handles, they're ensuring that all sort of fake news or false narratives that are floating around on unregulated spaces, they are fact-checked on a regular basis. So that is also something that the administration is undertaking on an active basis, all this in public interest to ensure that the entire country remains calm and only listens to what the official statements and official updates are, especially on the western flank, Molly.
Right, as we continue to get our viewers the latest details of what we are picking up from on the ground, we also understand that the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shehbaz Sharif, will be addressing the country shortly. We also understand at this point that it is a situation right now that is tense. It's unfolding the way things are panning out. We've been getting you those updates coming in, but at the same time, a quick reminder that there is no need to panic and only rely on official information that's trickling in. And we've been telling you about the stance and the messaging coming in from the Indian side as well, and also reiterating that things are under control, but at the same time, India has been talking about how it takes very serious notice of what is happening, serious notice of these violations, and that the Indian armed forces are responding to the violations, and that also Pakistan must deal with the situation responsibly, and how the Indian army is retaliating, and India taking a very serious notice of these violations. That's the overarching message that's coming in from the Indian side at this point. As we await further details, and we are getting you inputs coming in from different parts of the country as well. And let's also listen in now. Let's play out for you what exactly the Foreign Secretary of India, Vikram Misri, said just a short while back.
For the last few hours, there have been repeated violations of the understanding arrived at earlier this evening between the Directors General of Military Operations of India and Pakistan. This is a breach of the understanding arrived at earlier today. The armed forces are giving an adequate and appropriate response to these violations, and we take very, very serious notice of these violations. We call upon Pakistan to take appropriate steps to address these violations and deal with the situation with seriousness and responsibility. The armed forces are maintaining a strong vigil on the situation. They have been given instructions to deal strongly with any instances of a repetition of the violations of the borders along the international border as well as the line of control.
So that's the message coming in from the Indian side. The Indian Foreign Secretary, Vikram Misri, laying out that there has been repeated violation of the understanding, and it's a breach of the understanding. And at the same time, the armed forces are giving an adequate response and taking serious note of the violations, and how the armed forces are maintaining a strong vigil on the situation. This is, as of now, the message and the stance coming in from the Indian side, a very crucial, significant and categorical statement coming in from the Indian Foreign Secretary about the repeated violation of the understanding that was arrived at and how it's a breach of the same. Also talking about how the armed forces are giving adequate response and taking serious note of the violations is what the Indian side is saying. Armed forces maintaining a strong vigil on the situation as well. As of now, as we get you the minute-by-minute updates coming in and what we are gathering from across the country. This is a reminder to only trust verified information, verified instructions coming in from the officials and the authorities. Going back across now to our correspondent, Dharamjot Kaur. Dharamjot, what is the latest that you're picking up at this point? What more details can you share with us?
Well, Molly, I just received a list from one of the district magistrates where they've listed out very basic pointers for the public interest. Again, these are pointers that will stand true no matter what the circumstance is going forward. It is a precautionary measure, and these are the following very basic pointers in it. Avoid large gatherings or a crowd. Avoid moving out in the open. Avoid movement in tall buildings unless necessary. Avoid big markets, which have also been ordered to change their timings and focus and remain functional for shorter hours. Malls and high-rise commercial buildings will be on standby to close down in case authorities inform them to do so. And again, the last point, which is also the first point, stay calm. All above are precautionary measures. Now, these are notifications that are coming from district magistrate and district collectors' offices across certain areas of Punjab, also some in Rajasthan. These notifications are coming out literally every 30 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour. That's how active and that's how vigilant the civil administrations are across the western states of India, especially the ones where India shares the line of control or the international boundary with Pakistan. So be very, very vigilant, and this is something that the civil administration wants to ensure that is communicated not just by their official channels, but also by the media. The people need to remain calm. Every official is watching out, or in terms of civil administration, in terms of defense preparedness, in terms of our armed forces being on vigil. So at the moment, there is a stand down of sorts. People are being told to remain calm and remain inside. No untoward incident in the latest has been reported. So that's good news for now, Bobby.